Here's the start of the Door County late fall ride. Filling up at Shell here. And do a couple of checks under the hood just for routine. I always like to use Shell 91 octane only. Don't trust the other ones. '91. Here's a quick shot of the car. The camera picks up the interior here. Today's video was with the 64 Impala SS two-door hardtop 327 I meant 4-speed modified 327 cam, the aftermarket Holley 4-barrel, and the Muncie 4-speed. There we go. As soon as the man gets out of the way here. About to get on Highway 43 and get down to the back roads to go to Sturgeon Bay. There's a main highway that'll go there. I purposely take the back road sometimes. The old highway, they call it. Fun driving. Gonna get up the speed here. Guy's a bit in our way. "70 miles an hour speed limit up here." bridge gets very windy. Any time of year, any season. I don't know, well, the mic's picking up the mufflers, but they're porters. Similar to a glass pack, they sound great. $35 down here. Then it goes to $25. Went over the river. We're right by the bay here, and just off to the left is Bay Beach Park. We're about 100 feet away from it. Look at the geese. Ah, it's 25. We're a little ways. Not all the way, don't worry. When we get to the outskirts up ahead, and there's some turkeys. Get to the outskirts up ahead, it goes 35, 45, 55. $35 here now. Gotta watch these guys safely. Always pull over, no matter who it is. Flashing lights or no lights. Maybe somebody just broke down. You never know if they need that extra feet, so you don't hit them all of a sudden. Whatever happens, all of a sudden they come out from behind the car, or they get out the door, and you weren't expecting that, and you give them that extra. You're not going to hit them now. And especially police and pulled over on the highway or any road. Tow truck drivers, they're trying to pick up a stalled car, get over for them. Slow down and get over. Slow down. They get stranded on the highway, interstate or anything. That's a very, especially interstate, it's a very dangerous thing. You need to, if you're stranded, get out of there quick. Do what you gotta do. Secure the car, whatever, and get going. 1 minute later, it could be that guy comes by and kills you. They hit your car, it's bad enough. Don't hit you. Guy's got a little dog. Camera might not pick it up. I hope it does. It's a long ride. If you'd like to watch the video, enjoy it. Got a full tank of gas. It's about 40, 45 miles by the main highway. The back roads will be a little longer. We're going to get some cheese. There's a place called Renard's Cheese Store. And now we're turning around and coming right back. This car's been fully restored for many years now. Every now and then you gotta touch up something. I mean mechanically, but every car, you know, new cars like that. If I remember, this is 35 all the way out to our next turn. This will be a while, but this is a really neat bayside road. This is, I guess you could say, we're on the back roads already. There's the bay. Be following it. Originally, this was the only way up to the tip of Door County, except where Gills Rock, except where the highway splits in Sturgeon Bay to 42 and 57. This became the back roadway when they put the new Highway 57 up. Sometimes I like to ride further to Sister Bay. That's pretty far up the peninsula. Today it's Sturgeon Bay only. And, oh crap. If you hear that swerve was for tar. I know they gotta fix the roads. We gotta get our... I probably picked up some black marbles on the side. Appreciate them fixing the road though. And as long as you're going there, you might as well get some cheese. It's a cheese shop, they got other stuff. Actually, I think we'll come home with a pizza. They make up their own pizzas. The bay again. It looks like a day where it's hard to tell the horizon from the water. Light waves, ripples. The back roads are pretty good. They're kept up. They're not tough to drive on. My seats in here are all original. I've never touched them. Nobody would believe me on the driver's side bucket. I mean, I got a little tear starting. It's not getting bad yet. Black interior. I'd have to count my cars over the years. This is probably about the 8th one I restored and kept. Not just did for profit. But this year make and model has always been my favorite of them all. The bay again. When I was 17 and time to get the first car, I wanted a 64 Impala. It wasn't this one. It's actually a four-door. That's all I could find right away. But it was, I wanted the Impala because when I was 13 years old, I saw one riding my bike. And I looked at that car and like I fell in love with it. Didn't know it at the time, I just thought I really liked it. But that was my favorite car the first time I looked at it. And the same day I was riding my bike to a Kmart to get another model to build. And what's there but 64 Impala SS model. So I came home with it the same day and built it. But I wasn't thinking of buying a car then. Just riding the old bike around. My bike from Dad. Thanks, Dad. Guys need to thank your dad for everything. How about people? People need to thank their dad for. Think of all they did. So riding a bike around then, riding a bike. Figured I'd buy a car someday. But when it was time to do it, I was thinking 64 then. My dad helped me find it. Rather have had a two-door. No, it's a 64 anyway. Four-door sedan. Restoring that one. When a year later, driving past the bar, I came across, I just saw a 64 SS two-door sitting there in the lot. It looked like happy hour, everybody's drinking after work. It wasn't restored or nothing. I bought it. Before I tell the rest of the story, if you're looking for an old car, don't look for sale signs and ads only. There's more than two ways to find them. If only you could go in every barn you saw, like it's not trespassing, and just take a look. You can get word of mouth, you can put wanted ads, of course you can look through ads too, that's fine. But that car I got because I went inside and found the owner. I don't remember what I did, I must have walked right in as an 18-year-old kid and just belted out, "Who's got that 64 out there?" I don't remember what I did. But I remember he was sitting at the bar with his buddies. He's a good guy. I remember his name even. But I don't think I should say it in a video for maybe he wants privacy. That's a great road. Just kind of winds along the bay. Good cruising road. And he's at the bar with his buddy. And I said, "Well, do you want to sell it?" "Yeah, that's my car. Do you want to sell it?" And what does he say? "You know, I was just kind of thinking of selling it." "How much you want?" So $675. You can have it. $675. Well, that would have been about 1980. I don't know, 1 or 2. They're worth a little more now. Even in that shape, it was a driver. Needed all the body work. Yeah, 283 Power Glide. So next day I went out and I don't know why I couldn't take it that day for some reason. Next day I went out to his house in the same town, got it and drove it home. Gave him the money. And that car, just like my first car, the four-door, they were very happy cars. They went everywhere and did everything. I had the four-door for, well, each one of them a lot of years. My age, 30, got to be about 13, 14 years on the 4-door. And the Super Sport after that, maybe 30 years. I gotta figure it quick. And the only reason I let it go was because it was getting a little weak underneath, and it was time to take it off the frame and weld it up. And I was gonna do it, but then I thought, well, why don't I just buy a solid one? So I let it go. I forgot what no, actually I got $2,000 for it. But it looked like a show car. It was just weak underneath, and of course it ran good and everything. Drive it anywhere. So I went on the hunt for this one 2 years later. Well, immediately, but it took me 2 years to find this in '05. And I've had this since 20 years now. Right now it's the only one I own, but sometimes I've been known to have 5 at a time. They come and go. Here's a little bit of a hill here. Try 3rd gear. I always think you could do it in 4th, but I like being easier on it. Up the hill. Where we went across there, that straight shot was the old 57. The right here is actually the old highway. The other road was kind of a county trunk. I don't know which one it was. Stop for a minute here. Anybody interested in learning to drive a stick, never say you can't do anything. Sometimes we get that I can't in us. Don't ever let an I can't in you. There is no I can't. You can do anything. So driving a stick, I don't know if the camera can pick up my hand here. 4th is straight, or first is straight ahead. You hit past neutral to 2nd. You go halfway up and over to 3rd, and then past neutral to 4th. And if you want to go backward, you go neutral and over against the spring lock and straight up. Then you go backward. And of course your foot's on the clutch here. Can't really see my feet. And the whole thing about learning to drive a stick is taking off in 1st. It's nothing else. Once you get rolling, you just clutch and shift. So you get it in 1st. You give it a little gas. If you can hear the motor here, I'm going to kind of exaggerate it instead of take off quick like I do. And you get a little gas and you start letting the clutch out. My foot's moving here. And the car starts to move. You feel the motor, you hear the motor come down. That's the point. That's the grab point. At that moment, simultaneously give it a little more gas and keep your foot confidently coming off the clutch. And now my foot's off all the way. And you're rolling. Then you just clutch and shift. So right here, you clutch, take your foot off the gas or the motor will rev. And there's 2nd. Wind the gear out, right? Clutch, put off the gas, up to 3rd. Clutch, put off the gas, down to 4th. And you don't have to. You want to have a little fun, you can downshift. Gotta make a turn here. Nobody behind me, I'm gonna do that again. Nah, I got a follower here. We gotta get going, sorry. Well, like we started off in first, first, here's second. And you can do it. If you're into old cars, really neat with the sticks, and but guys are half and half. Automatics are just as great. Sticks are just as great as automatics. 45 here for a bit, miles an hour. Up ahead here, we gotta jump on the new highway just for a short stretch. Very short. When we hit the stop sign, they cut the highway off. It would have went farther. This is actually the old 57. The only way up besides back roads, actual real back roads, like rural country roads, zigzagging. We're almost up on the stop sign. This is my Sister Bay run. I got 4 main runs, I guess. I like to name them. Out of town this way or that way. That's the second gear downshift. You don't have to hit the brake as hard. The motor slows you down. That's the idea. Get on here though, you got to be really sharp. This is 70. You think you got it both ways, go. Oh, we're gonna get up to speed quick here. It's a highway, so ready? Mile-an-hour speed limit here, but this end is a little modified. It's got the cam, like I said, and that for 202 heads, but it's never big enough.